So, we're going home. But it's okay, right?
No, it's not. It's really not.
Yeah, it is. We'll be fine.
It's not.
Hello beautiful creatures and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different. As you can tell by the title, this is more of a talking video. Pepperdine students recently got sent home due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. Last Wednesday, we all got an email at about 8:30 in the morning, and it said that due to the circumstances that have been brought forward by the coronavirus, we were going to get sent home for the rest of the semester, and we would be doing online classes. Now, this isn't really a new thing for some of us. Those of us that were at Pepperdine during the fire had a similar experience in that we were sent home for 2 or 3 weeks and we had to continue learning, and so we did some online classes through that time. That was a little different though, because each class had a different way of dealing with the fires. Some teachers did continue to give online class, but like most of my teachers just decided to pause the course and resume once we got back to campus. But this time, we're not going back to campus, so we have to do online teaching. My feelings towards this whole remote education are a little mixed. I think for my class, it's a little difficult as sophomores because at this point, we've never had a full year at Pepperdine. I also feel bad for all of those who were abroad and had to get sent back because Pepperdine wanted to keep them safe. And I appreciate Pepperdine for having that consideration. It is just hard because going abroad is such a special experience for so many students, and I'm just saddened that it had to be cut short for all of my friends. I'm also taking it a little differently than some students might because it affected some of the work that I've been doing for the semester. So I was in a play called The Cherry Orchard, and we were about halfway through the rehearsal process, and because of the remote education and us not being on campus, our show had to be canceled. And I think that's really hurtful because we put so much work into it. We had rehearsals like every single night, and we were spending hours on this work, and now we're not gonna be able to show off what we have worked on and just share the story with our community, which is very hard, but I understand why it happened, so I guess I can't be too hurt. I also feel very strongly that the senior class is so heavily affected by this because at least at Pepperdine it was just announced that our commencement ceremony will be postponed, and I know that if it were me, I would not be too happy about the fact that I may not get a graduation from college. And I do have a lot of senior friends who were affected by this and are just not happy with the fact that they don't get to say goodbye to the school and the people that they've been around for 4 years. And that's hard. And I acknowledge that. I'm not going through it because I do know in my heart that I will come back next semester and we'll be back on campus with all my friends, but I do feel for the seniors because that's hard. It's hard to go through. I don't want this video to be all about how I feel about other people's situations, so I did ask a couple people before we were relocated how they felt about the situation, and here are their responses.
As a senior at Pepperdine, how are you feeling about the relocation? So as a junior at Pepperdine. How do you feel about the suspension of classes?
Here's the thing. Jimberly is doing his best, but sometimes our best isn't good enough. And there's more corona at home than there is here. So if I die, it's all you, Jimberly Gash.
As a freshman at Pepperdine, how are you feeling about the suspension of classes?
Pretty Yeah.
So right now it's day 3 of me being quarantined. I wouldn't even say quarantined. I don't tend to leave the house when I come home. So it's not like a new thing that I'm coming home and I'm not leaving. I mean, I'll call it quarantine because that's what we're supposed to be doing, but whether or not the virus was going around, I'd probably be doing the same thing. So day 1 was me unpacking. Day 2, I woke up very, very early in the morning to take my best friend to the airport, and she flew back home to Oklahoma. And then I basically slept for the rest of the day. And today, I've been going in and out of sleeping, and then I woke up and I was like, why not? Let's make a video. So here I am doing that. And then tomorrow, I start classes, and I am so excited about that. But it is a little weird having to go to school in my bedroom. It's also kind of weird because my parents got sent home from their jobs, and so now they have to work from home as well, which is a whole nother deal. So we're all home together, except for my sister. My sister's still up in San Francisco, but we're all home together, which is good, and it's nice. It's just a little weird because it's not something I'm used to. I wasn't homeschooled, and so now I feel like I'm kind of being homeschooled, but taught by like my normal teachers. It's weird, but we're getting through it. This being sent home does kind of change some of my plans that I had for my channel. I was gonna do more a day in the life videos like I did last year. I think I was gonna do one on opening night of the cherry orchard, but since that's not happening anymore, I will think of something else to do. Maybe I'll do a quarantine day video. Probably not, but we'll see what happens. With all that being said, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. And until then, remember, follow your heart and chase those dreams. Bye!